The first thing I see when I wake up is a snake. I reach for it and it disappears in a flash of shine. I slept on a painter's floor last night. This guy has filled his basement apartment with pets and he doesn't believe in cages. Birds fly around the kitchen and perch on the counter eating crumbs. Lizards scatter as you walk through the living room. Hamsters live in the couch. I watched him paint and shellac a couple of dead lizards he forgot to feed until long after midnight. Then I grabbed a blanket and lay down on the floor, watching creatures skitter around underneath his bed. When I was a kid, my parents and I lived in the woods near a lake in a communal dwelling, a gigantic barn full of hippies. The hippies were sweet, stoned people. All I knew about them was that they were sweet and confusing. For example, one of them wrote, "Be together," on a parachute that stretched across the ceiling of our barn. He was really high when he did it though, so what he actually wrote was, "Be a dog eater." No one had a replacement parachute or the money to buy one, so we lived under that magical sentiment for years, growing our own vegetables and drinking goat's milk, feeding the rats who lived their dog eater with us by hand, because rats are Buddhist creatures too. So were the soldiers one of our roommates used to see in the woods, and the angel another claimed to have seen in our kitchen cabinet. I wanted so badly to see these things that weren't there, I used to stare into the trees looking for a glimpse of a Civil War uniform. For some reason I thought the soldiers were lost in space and time. And the angel I'd try to surprise by sneaking into the kitchen and suddenly swinging open a cabinet door. I wasn't sure what I was looking for. Silvery glowing steam, maybe, or a tiny Christmas ornament with a halo hovering near the wheat germ. I spent a sunny morning on a raft with a vague hippie chick named Carol, poking my fingers into the water, trying to catch water bugs. I was just getting drowsy when Carol suddenly jumped up and pointed toward the riverbank, the raft tipping dangerously to one side. "Kristin," she said woozily, "look at all the ostriches with their heads in the sand. There must be 6, 7, 8, 9. She lay down and trailed off, still counting, as I scoured the riverbank, desperate to see something that wasn't there. I stood on tiptoe, squinting, shielded my eyes from the sun, and still I couldn't see any ostriches. Maybe they're really small ostriches? Hiding? I see the snake before I'm fully awake, just out of the corner of my eye. Shooting my hand out, I try to grab it. For a split second, I see something that looks like an X-ray of a snake superimposed over my hand, but all I feel is the cool wooden floor. I freeze, flooded with adrenaline, as the X-ray fades to static and is gone. There is no snake, I think. There was no snake. Panicking, I work to understand. What's the vocabulary for this? Hallucination, a neurochemical imbalance, stress, sleep deprivation, repressed memory, a false impression of fiction, we're permeable membranes, somebody slipped me something, concussion, songs, paint fumes, toxicity, brain damage, turpentine, shellacked lizards. The hippies saw lots of things that weren't there, and they seemed happy enough, but they were high. I can pinpoint the moment you closed your eyes and said yes to the flooding. Like melting, you shrugged off the clothes Us